Now let's see how we can add positioning in CSS and then also understand how positioning works in CSS. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to teach us a simple trick, a shortcut on how you can create any class with any elements at all that you want to make use of. Okay, so let me say I want to make use of a section and I want to create a class named container in that section. Okay, so instead of me trying to create the elements of section and then having to write it from scratch, like coming to write inside the element class of container, I would just go ahead and do something like this. I will say section dot, okay, dot. Then I can now write the name of my class, which is container. I can go ahead and click enter. Just make sure that your element activation is activated. Okay, just make sure that you are seeing something like this, because if you're not seeing something like this, it won't work. Okay, so as far as I can see something like I can just go ahead and click on this and it creates a section element for me with a class of container. The same thing happens in case you want to make use of a div. Okay, all you have to do is just say div dot container, all right, and then go ahead and something like this. Okay, now we have this, and I'll go ahead and style my work just as it is right now. I'll just go ahead and style it. Okay, I will say right now, first of all, let me just add some text to it. Sorry for that. Let me just add some lorem text. Let me begin from there and say lorem text of probably 1000. Okay, 1000, because I didn't want to have a long text on my positioning right now, because I didn't want to show some things. Okay, let's say lorem text of of 1000, and then I will go ahead and check out my work and I'm seeing something like this. Okay, now let's first start with CSS fixed. Okay, fixed element. Okay, now let's say I have something like maybe an image that is a water I want to use as my watermark on my website or anything at all. Okay, or I just want to say something like I want a text to appear somewhere here, more like a scroll to top kind of element or text. Okay, let me say I'm gonna have a paragraph just below here, and after my just after my text, I can just go ahead and write a paragraph and say click or scroll to top. Okay, scroll to the top. This is not gonna be functional because we are not yet making it functional. We're just trying to design it. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and say scroll to top and then save this file and check it out and see where it is right now. All right, now I can now go to my CSS and go ahead and style this. I have my container and I have my paragraph. So my paragraph is actually one, so I can go ahead and make use of this, and I will say let the paragraph have a background color of green and then a color of white. Okay, the color of white, and also I want it to have a padding. Okay, and then padding of probably 10 pixels. I'm just gonna say padding of 10 pixels, and I think that is enough for now, and let's see how it goes. Okay, so width actually is 100% at this point, and I really don't want it to be 100%. I'm just gonna say more like just gonna be 30 percentage. Let's see how it goes, and something like this is also okay, but let's try to reduce it to probably 15%. We'll see. All right, so I'll just go ahead and say this is okay for me. All right, now let's say I want this my scroll to the top. Okay, to appear on fixed, like for it to be fixed. Okay, more like on bottom right of my web browser, of my website rather, so that even if I'm scrolling up and it still remains there. So what am I gonna do? All I have to do right now is to go ahead and make my, remember we have a container class. I'm just gonna say a class of container. Okay, I'm just gonna make this container a position. I'm just gonna make it to be a position of relative. All right, and then I make the position to be relative. That's all you have to do. So that container, that your paragraph or anything you want to add as fixed is going to be dependent on. I want you to make that container to be relative, and after that you can now go to the other place you want to make fixed to be position of fixed like this. Okay, first of all, I did more like making my container to be position of relative, and then this one, my paragraph in position of what is, and then I can see something like this, and the element is out. Now all I needed to do is to say something like, let me see, bottom of 0. Okay, I will explain in a minute. Bottom of 0, and then probably right of 20 pixels. Okay, let's see. Make sure that it appears right. Cool. Now, as you can see, I have this here. So what happened was that I had to add this to be position of fixed, but I also needed to add some things. Okay, and then I added to add some attributes like bottom, right, left, or even top, depending on what I want at that point. Okay, so we want our text to actually appear at the bottom right of our page. So that is why we have used bottom of 0. So this 0 means the margin. Okay, the margin. We don't we don't use margin right, margin left here, because we are making use of something like positioning. Okay, I'm making use of positioning. So all I have to do right now is in case you want to make your text to appear at the left hand side instead, just go ahead and come to this place and use left instead of right. Okay, and if you want it to let's see, yeah, this is it here, and it's went to the left hand. And even if you want it to come from the top, something like that, you can change this thing to top of 0. Okay, and that's basically what you need to see about this one. Okay, you can just say you change to scroll to bottom to make it more nice in the side. Okay, so that's basically for CSS position of fixed. Okay, the next line that we're going to look at is actually how to make our absolutes. Okay, we're going to make use of absolute in our CSS. Okay, so what I want to do right now is to just go ahead and just remove remove what we have here. Okay, I will remove it by doing Ctrl Z, and then until these things are out. And right now I can, for now, leave my container as it is. Okay, right now I have nothing on my browser, and I will just go ahead and go to my CSS and come to this container. I can leave my position relative because I'm still gonna make use of it, but this time I'm just gonna make a width of 400 pixels. Okay, 400 pixels, so that I see something from there. I say 400 pixels. I can also say height of 400 pixels. All right, and I can see background color of any color I want. I can probably say yellow this time around, and then so that I can have something like this. Okay, now we have something like this. All I want you to do is to go ahead and go to your code and also add more like a paragraph there, and just say this a test. Okay, whatever thing you want to type there, just type it, and just type it and save it, and then come back to your code. And we have this now. Okay, basically I don't want fix and all the rest of it. For now I just want it to be like this. Okay, let's start with here. Okay, now we did fix last time, and now I want to show us how to do some other positioning. And let's see what we did relative with fixed. Now we're gonna do relative with absolute. Okay, let's see what's your element to be positioned absolute to another container or to another element. Okay, so all you have to do is to change that paragraph or whatever element it is. In my own case, it's actually paragraph that I'm making use of, and then I have to change that paragraph to what? Absolute. All right, now when I have changed this to absolute, look at what I have here. I still have my paragraph here. Then I can basically say bottom of 0. Okay, I can say bottom of 0. Now what it's gonna do is it's going to be laid at the bottom of my container. Okay, it is no longer bottom of this the whole container or whatever. It's going to only be the bottom of the particular element it is relative to. Okay, so it is actually relative to this container, which is background of yellow. Okay, and meanwhile itself is actually absolute. Okay, so right now is here. I can say I want a space at the left hand side, so all I have to do is more like say left to be maybe 10 pixels. All right, I cannot say 10 pixels like this, and then I'm gonna save the work and check it out and see it have given it more like a spacing at the left hand side. So the same thing applies here if you really want to change. Okay, so you want to change, all you have to do is just go ahead and make it however you want it. You want it top right, you can just change it to top and then change it to right, and you can just change it to right and then have your code being displayed the way you want it. Okay, so that's basically all I want you to know for now when it comes to positioning in CSS. Okay, I will see you right in the next episode.